In the talk that I gave this morning at this wonderful conference, I explained that the world that I'm involved in is at the very earliest stages of its development. If you go back to human existence and the beginnings, you're talking about millennia of activity, and it's really only in the last 60 or 70 years that the idea that the law at the global level might protect the well-being of the environment and the well-being of individuals and communities is totally new. So we have to have limited expectations. The world is not going to change overnight. Human rights are not going to be completely protected overnight. The environment is not going to be completely protected overnight. I think it's a long game. And so I'm not looking for overnight change. What keeps me going is the little indicators of success. It might be an odd case here or an odd case there. A judgment of a court in one part of the world, a judgment of the International Court of Justice in another part of the world. And what I care about is the incrementalism of change, because I believe that it is possible to change consciousness and that the law contributes to that. And perhaps that explains why I'm able to be relatively optimistic. I think the world is a better place than it was in the 1930s. In the 1930s, a country could kill half of its own citizens without violating a single rule of international law. That can't happen anymore. It doesn't mean that the killings don't stop. It doesn't mean that the plunder of the environment doesn't stop. But it does mean that there's an emerging standard which says, actually, you're not allowed to do that. And that's a good thing. Every human person can make a difference. And every human person has basic and fundamental rights. And those two things are connected. If you undermine the sense of a human being that he or she has minimum rights, basic rights that are to be safeguarded and protected and guaranteed in all circumstances, you deny the essential value of that human being, and you undermine the ability of that human being to feel that she or he can make a difference. And so I think at the heart of the whole idea of modern human rights is that every human being is worth something so important that their most fundamental rights are to be protected. And so for me, these issues go to the very heart of the well-being of the individual, the well-being of a community, and the well-being of a community as a whole. Undermine the sense of a human being that she or he has a worth that is to be protected, and you undermine the ability of that individual to make a difference.